breaking more news now in our Faking the Grade investigation. The 7 on Your Side I-Team putting D.C.'s $2.5 billion school budget under the microscope. That amidst allegations that money is not going where it's needed. I-Team investigator Nathan Baca here with what he has found now. Nathan?
Well, Jonathan, after 2007, control of how taxpayer money is spent on public schools switched from the D.C. Council to the mayor's office. It's how that $2.5 billion public education budget is spent that's in question. This video, made by the Payne Elementary Parent-Teacher Association, appears humorous on the surface. But it's actually a plea for money, paying for something many take for granted, keyboards without missing keys.
I'm infuriated. I'm frustrated and infuriated because I have a technology background and I know how important technology is to succeeding in education and in life today.
Payne Elementary's PTA reports the majority of its school computers are 5 to 8 years old.
Students who can't type can't do well on the park. Students who don't know how to drag and drop can't do well on the standardized testing.
Joe Whedon is on the D.C. State Board of Education.
DCPS has spent over the last few years, but I haven't seen a clear strategy for where they've spent, how the money's been allocated, where the computers are going, and what the outcomes they expect from that spending is.
That question brings out a larger question. Which schools get more money than others? Monica Brokenborough was a music teacher at Ballou High until her position was cut last year.
There were a lot of cuts taking place, but it was not happening everywhere. So when I saw that Ballou and Anacostia were getting these big cuts, Hart and Kramer, middle schools getting these big cuts, Savoy and Patterson, the elementaries, I was like, whoa, Ward 8 is getting a big hit.
The I-Team analyzed numbers district-wide and found that spending per student was roughly equal in all neighborhoods, with a few exceptions. Ballou and Wilson high schools spend the least per student. But when schools lost students, often to charter schools in those less affluent neighborhoods, they lost funding. That money was difficult to replace.
What we have seen over the last few years is that there's not enough additional resources going into some of these schools, despite the fact that our budgeting provides additional dollars.
In short, the D.C. Council says it's providing the money, but claims D.C. Public Schools is not getting extra dollars to where the council intended it to go.
The difference between the achievements of black students and white students has not changed in the past 10 years, despite spending nearly $1 billion a year.
Teacher bonuses for passing students could reach as high as $25,000 a year, despite questions our reports revealed about whether students earned their passing grades. The I-Team asked district leaders how much they spent on bonuses.
The scope of the investigation did not allow for looking into every single teacher's records, but they did not find any pattern or any broad indication that teachers receive bonuses based on the policy violations.
We wanted to check their findings, but D.C. Public Schools declined our request for teacher bonus information, calling it confidential personnel information. The I-Team is still at it. Our legal team has now filed this letter with D.C. Public Schools seeking the teacher bonus figures. We'll keep you updated. And coming up tomorrow on ABC 7 News at 5, we dive into the question, what did people know and when did they know it when it comes to this Faking the Grade investigation?
So many layers to the story.
Yes.
Nathan, we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.
You bet.